Why don't men chase women anymore? And why do they hesitate to approach women in general? It's because the cost of getting it wrong is so much higher than the reward of getting it right. I see so many videos of women saying, don't approach women. And then I see also the opposite extreme. Why aren't you approaching us anymore? And it's super frustrating for a lot of men. Not only that, but rejection these days is not neutral. It's not something that's kept private. I feel like back in the day, a man would approach a woman, she genuinely wasn't interested, she would nicely tell him, and then maybe she would tell a couple close friends that it even happened. Most of the time, she would keep it to herself. Because being rejected is embarrassing, and she would have empathy for that man for, taking the chance and asking her out. But these days, chances are she's filming you. Chances are it's going to end up on TikTok. Chances are it's going to go viral. And that's embarrassing. For a lot of men who see these videos, even if it's not them, for a lot of men, the line is vague. He has to come up and approach confidently, but it's kind of hard to be confident when you know how much risk is at stake. He may be the most amazing man in the world, but if he comes off arrogant or any negative thing to you, then the results are going to be terrible. And every woman is different. I am so tired of seeing the videos where it's like, oh, no woman wants this, or every woman wants this. Women are so easy. All you have to do is X, Y, Z. If only. That's the funny thing, is if you compare a woman to another woman, she often gets upset because she wants to be her own unique individual. Understandable. But then on the other hand, dating advice is often treated as a one-size-fits-all. Oh, here's a guide on exactly how you can... It's foolproof. Here's the guide. It's that easy. I feel like a lot of men receive advice like that, where it's like, oh, you just have to do X, Y, Z. Everything works out perfect. But chances are it only works on a very tiny portion of women, and there's really no way to tell if that woman would fit within that method based on a 2-second interaction with her. Also, a lot of women don't give men feedback. I understand in some rare situations, you got to keep yourself safe as a woman. If you are out in the middle of nowhere or you're alone and it's dark in an alleyway, you're not going to give him feedback being like, oh, don't approach women like that, because the risk is there. Even though the majority of men are harmless, we don't know which ones, to be fair. But in situations where it's over text, or you're in a perfectly safe situation to maybe give him some feedback, I wish more women would. And not be rude about it, like, oh my gosh, you're so gross or something, but oh, by the way, your pickup line was kind of cheesy. But a lot of men, I know if their guy friends knew exactly how he was doing it, they would give him input. But the problem is, when guys are asking out women, you don't really... Your friends aren't there to witness it. That would be weird if a big group of men come in front of a woman that you're about to ask out and observes. That wouldn't weird her out at all. Also, I'll get a lot of hate for saying this, but there's a lot of ladies out there that don't know what they want. And I'm not saying that you can't decide what coffee you want in the morning. Some of us can't. But in general, women say, we want this, this, and this, and then they meet 20 guys with exactly what they asked for, and she's still not interested in him because what she actually wanted was something completely different. Or she goes on a date and she's like, oh, this date was so good. It must have been because he did all these things, but the reality is it was because of something else, like he's just really attractive or something. But she gives credit to the wrong thing and then goes around giving dating advice to men being like, oh, you need to do this because it made me feel good on a date, not realizing that it was actually something else that he was doing. And a lot of men don't want to approach women because they've learned that even if they have the best intentions in the world, she may interpret it in a very negative light. I have seen, just the other day, I was out for a walk at the park and there was a woman freaking out. At first, I was really concerned about her. I was ready to walk her to her car. I was ready to confront some people. Like, what do I need to do to help you? And she was talking about all these men at the park because the park was it's a big park and usually it's very crowded. This was one day where it wasn't crowded for some reason. And it was in the morning, daylight. It was probably like 12 o'clock on a Thursday or something like that, perfectly safe. And she was super worried about her safety. Finally, I'm seeing mostly women at the park. So I was kind of like, what is she getting at? I see one guy, he's just minding his business walking his dog. Obviously, he had no bad intentions for anybody. The man was out for a walk. Like, he's not hurting anyone. And part of me is like, was that the guy she was talking about? Because that was the only guy I saw the entire time I was there. No one was harassing her. And it's just like, a man could have good intentions. He's just doing his thing. And that makes me feel so empathetic for men, how they can't even exist in the world without constantly feeling like they're on eggshells. Oh, I gotta be careful. I can't sit too close to that woman at the coffee shop because she may feel unsafe just because I exist. Like, I can't imagine how hard that would be to constantly feel like that. Oh, I need to walk a certain way. I've seen men, okay, so I go out for runs. I've seen men cross the street and walk on the other side of the street. And at first I was like, okay, maybe some of these guys are socially awkward, valid, okay? But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, are they doing this because they're afraid that I may feel unsafe because of their presence? No man should ever have to feel like that. And then another one, oh, just be yourself, just be confident. Men can't be themselves. Rarely can they be themselves. And just be confident, I have seen, oh my gosh, I've seen some men where they're confident, but they're a little too confident in an area that they're maybe not that great at, but they need to have that confidence, and then it just makes them look bad. So it's like men have to sit there and it's a delicate balance. So if he walks up super confident, a woman may assume he's conceited or obsessed or self-absorbed and see that as a red flag. But if a man comes up too timid, it's like, again. So I know there's a delicate balance with that, but for a lot of men, it's not easily communicated because everyone interprets things differently. Someone might look at someone who's super confident and be like, wow, that guy's confident. And someone might look at him and be like, wow, he's, yeah. Also, flirting is no longer flirting. It can turn into offense. We see women like take men to court over the stupidest things, or they call the police, or file police reports, or accuse him of something. And a lot of women have the wrong idea. They think, oh, who cares if he's accused? It doesn't affect him. But what a lot of women don't realize, even if the man is fully innocent and it comes out he's innocent and everything, the woman is never held accountable for wrongfully accusing him. Not only that, but that changes the way everyone sees him. Even if he's innocent, there's still that underlying of, oh, the criminal justice system didn't do their job. He clearly wasn't innocent. And I feel like that's a subconscious belief a lot of people have for the men who are wrongly accused. I've actually seen this firsthand. It's absolutely devastating. His family, his friends, everyone, his coworkers don't look at him the same way ever again, even if he was proven innocent, because of the accusation. Even if that woman who accused him is known as a liar, is known with all these negative traits, people still assume that he was guilty. So a man approaching a woman can and often will escalate that extreme if she's that type of woman that's going to accuse him of something. Now, I know there's a lot of women who would never do that, but there is enough women out there who have done it that men are like, okay, I'm not going to risk approaching a woman for that reason. That's one of the reasons why I try so hard to hold women who do stuff like this accountable. And a lot of women get mad at me saying that I hate women because I'm trying to hold these women accountable. No, I'm protecting everyone. I was actually like in California one time and I got stuck in a current and I was like being pulled out because I'm from Utah. I don't live by the ocean. I live by lakes. But yeah, I was getting pulled out and I didn't know what was happening. I'm like trying to swim to the shore, not knowing I was supposed to go like parallel and then swim in, kind of like get around the current. I'm not explaining this well, but a lifeguard comes in and I didn't realize he was a lifeguard. I was like pretty much drowning. I'm clear out there. He comes up to me and he's like, "Can I touch you?" And I'm like, why are you asking me that? And I can't remember what I said because I was like trying to live. And he like guides me back to the shore because he's got a like surfboard and stuff. And it's like, I was so grateful for him. But at the same time, I was baffled. I'm like, why'd you ask if you could touch me? Like, I'm drowning. Please touch me. Please grab me. Do whatever you need to get me to the shore. Otherwise, I'm not going to be around it much longer. But it just goes to show that accusations happen so often that even lifeguards feel the need to double check before they touch you. Also, believe it or not, a lot of men hesitate to approach women because they genuinely don't want to like interrupt your day. If you're sitting there reading a book, you've got headphones in, you don't look super approachable, you look busy. A lot of men will be like, oh, she's busy, I'm going to leave her alone, even though I find her very attractive and I would love to take her out. So again, if you're a woman watching this, make yourself look available, like walk around, smile, look around, look very open, have your body language open, and heck, you approach him, you say hi to him. That makes a huge difference for a lot of men, because there might be a lot of men out in public spaces that want to approach, but they won't because of all the risks I've talked about. So even if you can do something simple, then do it. And I know for a lot of ladies, we want to be feminine. We feel like coming up and asking him out feels too masculine. Write your phone number on a piece of paper, a napkin, a receipt, kind of like they did in the old times, and you can just walk up and hand it to him. That's very feminine. And then just say hi and then walk away. You don't have to have a conversation. And then if he likes what he sees, he'll probably call you. Or just talk to him. Do something. Make it easy for him. Because it's getting to the point where men just flat out won't approach women anymore. So us ladies, we're going to have to do it first.